Hey everybody, it's Ryan and Hannah. Welcome back to How Farms Work. We are currently on our way to Hampton, Iowa to look at gooseneck flatbed trailers. So the reason we're going to look at a gooseneck flatbed instead of like a flatbed for the semi, there's a couple of reasons. First and foremost being price. So I have been looking at like low boys for the semi for moving equipment around, which would be great. However, they are ridiculously expensive. For the meantime, I can't really justify putting that much money into a trailer. Sometime in the future, definitely, but for right now, I would like a trailer that we could use to get in and out of the field with, to haul round bales back home. They say that you don't really want a lowboy for hauling bales out of fields, especially in our area, because of how bad you can twist getting in and out of fields and narrow roads, things like that. But the biggest push for getting another trailer is because the JCB cannot be hauled around on Dad's gooseneck anymore because it simply can't handle all of the weight, because the teleskid is an extremely heavy unit, and the maximum weight that trailer can haul is like 14,000 pounds. Well, the JCB is 13,000 and some change, so it's pretty well putting it right at its limit. And I'd like to be able to haul around the mulcher or the brush mower when I'm going places with them. So I've been thinking it'd be really nice to be able to take this JCB around some of our fields and go around and push out field edges. There's several of our fields where driving around them, I go, I wish I could just get the JCB up there, but if we want to take it anywhere now, we have to completely strip it off, let the air out of the tracks, and it's almost that bad where we're, trying to cut off as much weight as we can, because it's pushing that trailer to the limit where you get it on there and it just doesn't feel stable. So I wanted to get one with heavier axles. We're going out to look at a PJ is the reason that I originally wanted to come out here, but I also see that they have a Big Tex gooseneck, and I put it out on Instagram asking people what we should look at, and I was originally interested in the PJ, but it doesn't have a torque tube that runs down the center of the trailer to keep it from twisting when you, let's say you got a round bale that you're putting on the front of the trailer as you begin loading it. When you put force down on the front corner of the trailer, sometimes they can have the tendency to start twisting, and a torque tube will help with that. The PJ doesn't have one. The Big Tex that they have there does. So who knows, might look at the Big Tex. I was originally looking at Diamond C trailers. They are a little more expensive. They do seem like one heck of a built trailer. However, there's not any current availability anywhere near us. Oh, did I miss our turn? I think so. Yes, I did.
You're so good at that.
This is really cool. You see, Hannah, it's the unplanned trips that show you some of the cooler places.
Unintentional mess-ups.
Right. There's a couple small differences between Big Tex and PJ. PJ trailers are powder coated when it comes to their paint, but they say that Big Tex does a better job at painting their trailers. So largely it comes down to personal preference. From what people have been telling me, they're built about the same. I'm looking for a decently priced trailer, and I'd like it to be at least 30 feet long. Those were my two big caveats, and from what I can see availability wise around me, these are my two options. We got another hour worth of driving and we'll be there. We just got to Hampton. We were driving along behind a semi and someone messaged us and said, I think you're behind us. Sure enough. But we're 5 minutes away now. So not totally sure what I'm gonna go down. Right now I'm kind of leaning towards the Big Tex, but I don't know. The PJ has a 2,000 pound higher gross vehicle weight rating. So I'm gonna take a closer look and see which one looks built heavier. They're making these grain carts with the automatic tarps now.
Holy crap.
It's a nice truck. Big text right there. I wonder which side of the road I should pull into.
Look to the side.
Just want to go over here first. It's a nice tractor. Well, here's our options.
So the one in the middle there, and then which one over here? Or are they all the same here?
They're different lengths for sure.
Oh, I see. The one in the middle is the longest.
The far one's the longest too. They're both the same length.
They are.
Looks like it. It's a nice load trail. These have single wheels. This is the one with dual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is a lot longer than the trailer we currently have. Wow.
Yeah.
So there's that torque tube I was telling you guys about that helps keep the trailer rigid. Okay. I'd say those are spaced out every 12 to 16 inches. Spring suspension. Alright. Wiring to the lights looks pretty good.
Let them know you're here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking at it for a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes they'll have junction boxes for the electrical in the front toolbox.
Pick up the.
Okay, that's kind of nice.
It stays on.
So far, I'm liking this one. Let's go over and look at the other one.
That's a big box.
Must be the other one.
Looks like the bigger one.
Yeah. Bigger toolbox. Hydraulic. I do like that. Got some rust going up there. On the
Yeah.
welds.
And on your handle.
Yeah, handle's been scratched out. Paint is, in my opinion, nicer on this one.
Didn't you say it had a coating or something?
It's powder coated, or it's supposed to be. Alright, so it looks to me like this one has a bigger beam in front of the axles. No torque tube, but it's got a bigger support beam here in the center. Not real crazy about the quality of the wood, but I guess that's why they put the ugly side down, right? Pretty much the same deal with the axles back here. I think these are spaced out a little bit more, torched through the main beam. I need to go back and look at the other one again. I'm gonna go back and look at this one real quick.
There's another 220.
22.
There's one of those over there. It's the same big text trailer.
Oh, really?
I mean, I still go look at that.
I was told to watch for welds on the big text trailer.
What about them?
They had problems with welds for a while. I mean, the corner weld there isn't exactly what I would call clean. It literally just cut my finger open.
Let's look at that.
Yeah.
Wanna go look at the other?
Sure. I want to have a look up underneath. welds on the side rail are good. Yeah. These two trailers are pretty much the exact same thing. The PJ, in my opinion, had uglier welds up underneath where these cross members go through. Which I don't know if they go through. Nope, they butt up against it. So on the PJ, they cut holes in the frame and just kind of stuck the members through. Whereas over here, they're butted up against it and welded on. What would be better? I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, that one's cut and stuck through. So is that one. That one's got a square hole. Yeah, see, there's kind of the same deal with the welds there. Some rust starting up in that one. I don't know. I wish I was a trailer expert. Yeah. There's not going to be anything you can do to stop that from rusting out, though. Dry as a bone. Let's go look at that other one. So this is another trailer on the lot. Same deal. Big Tex. It's got the torque tube. I mean, overall, I would say that the trailers are pretty much the same. I'm not real crazy about how they do that. But I would say the other one's got some slightly better welds to it. This one's pretty much all open across. There's no inside welds across the cross members. So far, I do like the Big Tex a little more, but I'm not the boss here. I brought the boss along with me. Is that Hannah or is that Rocket? I guess we'll find out.
It's the exact same trailer.
Exact same. So this one on the underneath doesn't have welds on the inside of the frame where the cross members go around, and I don't know if that's like even there. There's not really.
So the other one is top fixed so far. Out of these two.
This one has welds on the sides of the cross members, but not like around the bottom. The other one, around most of the cross members, it's welded around.
It had more welds.
So I wonder what they want for that one. What do you think?
Well, if you get a Big Tex, get the other one. They'll be fine.
Yep.
Did it hook into place?
Yeah. So ultimately, we did go with the Big Tex trailer instead of the PJ, and I think it'll do the job that I want it for, which is for the most part toting the JCB around and hauling hay. So the max ramps on the back are spring loaded, so they are very heavy, but with the spring assist it does make it easier. The nice thing about those ramps is that you can fold them up so they're pointing up vertically if you're hauling hay. We're almost back home now. Had to make a stop on our way back. Today, Hannah and I are headed to Yes JCB in Madison to drop off the teleskid because it's got a leak on the boom. I suspect it's the same thing going on that I had last fall, where they have a new connector that they got to put in on the boom. They switched to like a quick connect kind of deal. It's got a slow leak going on with it. It's not, you know, real bad, but if I'm going to be doing mulching with it, I want to make sure that I can run more than 4 hours without having to put fresh or having to top off the hydraulic oil. So using it, you know, to feed cows and everything, it's not like I really have to put much oil in it at all. But when I had the mulcher running on it last fall, I noticed that I was losing hydraulic oil over the course of a day. So I don't know if that has to do with the hoses that are high flow, but I'm taking it up there just to have them look at it, and that way they can deal with switching the connectors out for the new style.
Neil.
With McDonald's?
With McDonald's.
It pulls pretty nice down the road. I think I need to level it out some more. Spring is definitely here. The birds are flipping out. But otherwise, I mean, if you get on the right road, it rides really nice. But a lot of the roads going up to Madison aren't nice. And it was bouncing pretty hard at some points. So I'm thinking I need to level it out some, because I think it's pointed downward a little bit towards the truck. So I think it's putting a little bit too much pressure on the front tires. But overall, the ramps we really like, because they are super easy to flip down compared to pulling them out of Dad's flat deck, and it's really easy to load. But I'm not too crazy about the quality of the wood that they used on the deck, mainly because of things like this, where it's literally cracked right down the middle. But I don't know, it'll get the job done. If we ever need to replace the boards, we will. I was thinking about getting the underside, getting an undercoat for it. I know someone who sprays down like rhino liner basically up underneath. I would just do the cross members and all the metal parts up underneath, not the bottom of the wood. There is an oil called Abatong oil that is really good for trailers, so I'm thinking about doing that for the deck as well, to try to make the boards last longer. But again, not super duper quality boards on this one or the PJ really, but that's what people had been saying, is that the PJ and Big Tex are pretty similar in build quality. It seems to me that a lot of the companies use the same kind of ramps, and I was looking at Diamond C trailers, but all that I could find had hydraulic dovetails that lowered down to the ground, and I didn't really care for that. I didn't really want to have to pay for it. I'm okay with just having the spring-loaded mega ramps. But I'm sure you guys will be seeing this trailer be used this summer for hauling hay, and I have a couple jobs lined up for mulching, so I'm going to be taking this around and doing that in the meantime. But yeah, I figured it was time to get a larger, heavier gooseneck trailer, because I couldn't haul the JCB around with Dad's just because it was so light, and it was extremely sketchy going around corners. The deck twisted. That was a big reason why I wanted to opt for a trailer with the torque tube. Pulling out of the driveway here, totally a breeze with the JCB on the back, and we could easily cruise down the interstate doing 70 as long as the road was decent. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to take you guys along for the ride, talk a little bit, or show the difference in trailers, which I felt were pretty close. Overall, I feel like I would have been happy either way I went. Some people were saying that these have really bad welds, which between looking at the two big Tex trailers and the PJ that they had that I was looking at, I mean, overall, they both had spots where the welds were kind of meh. The front quarter of this one actually cut my finger. I'm still healing up from that. But otherwise, all the welds up underneath, to me, look pretty good compared to some of the other ones that I had seen, both on the other big Tex and the PJ. But I don't know. It's one heck of a trailer compared to the one we've got. I'm sure I'll be happy with it, unless it totally starts falling apart on me, which I don't really plan on hauling much of anything in the winter as long as I don't really have to. But yeah, as long as I treat it like the trailer we have now, I expect this thing to last for the next 20 years probably. So anyway, with that, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. All how farms work. And with that, I'll see you next time.